Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me today here for another YouTube jazz guitar lesson. In today's lesson we're going to be looking at how we can jazz up another chord progression, which in today's example is the House of the Rising Sun. This is a really great progression to add some really nice jazz chords in the open position of the guitar neck here. If you'd like to get the tab and notation for everything that we're going to be talking about in the lesson, just look below in the description and you'll come to an article on my website called 5 Rock Riffs for Jazz Guitar, and it's got several famous rock riffs that I've kind of jazzed up a bit, and one of them is the House of the Rising Sun. So if you scroll down, it's probably like the third or fourth riff, you'll see it. It's got the tab and notation for that. So let's get zoomed in and check out how to play the jazz version of the House of the Rising Sun. As I mentioned in the introduction, the chord progression that we're going to be looking at in today's lesson is the chord progression for the House of the Rising Sun. If you don't know this song already, I really recommend that you check it out and learn the original version first, because the version that I'm going to show you requires a bit more stretching from the left hand. So just to go over the original chords, just to recap them, it starts by playing A minor for one bar, C for one bar, D for one bar, F for one bar, A minor, C, and then E for 2 bars. That's like the first half of the tune. The second half starts the same way and it's got a slightly different ending, but if you learn the pattern that I've got to show you, you can apply that to the rest of the tune without too much difficulty. So this first chord, A minor, it's okay, you know, some of you might really like that chord and there's nothing wrong with it, but what I like to do is I like to get the root, the A, on the 2nd fret of the G string, and I like to move that up a tone to the 9th, and this produces an A minor 9th chord. So just say you've got the fret numbers for that. I'm playing the 2nd fret, the E note there on the D string with my 2nd finger. I'm stretching my 4th finger to get the 4th fret of the G string, and then I'm playing the C, the 3rd, on the 1st fret of the B string with the 1st finger. So 5, 9, 3, and then I've got the A bass note there. So really nice chord. So the next chord in the progression is the C chord. You know, the original chord progression went A minor to C, minor to relative major. So if this is the chord that I'm at now, for me the best way to get to a C major would just be to get the 3rd finger and put that on the 3rd fret of the A string there, which produces a C major 7th chord. Now this is kind of like, you know, the C7 chord that you learn when you first start to play. All you have to do is then stretch that little finger up a fret and you get a C major 7. So this is the new chord progression sounds a bit like this. A minor to C major. The next chord in the progression is a D. So again, I'm trying to think, how can I make this more interesting? Well, the first thing I'd do is remove the 2nd finger. That's going to take redundancy, and we're going to have a D add 9 chord, and we're going to put an F sharp on the bass. D add 9 with an F sharp in the bass. You'll see why in a minute. So to recap, chord number 1, A minor 9, then we go to a C major 7, D add 9 with F sharp in the bass. Next chord in the progression is an F. And you know, we don't really want to play that F, or at least I don't want to do it if I'm making it more jazzy. So what I like to do there is I go back to this D add 9 with the F sharp in the bass, get the F sharp, move it down 1 fret. This produces an F major chord now, because we have the root there on the low E string, we have the 6th there, on the open string. Then we have the third, the A note, and then we have the 6 again. And we can have the major 7 with the open string. So we've gone from the D with the F sharp to an F major 7. Now on the next line we go back to the A minor 9, C major 7 again, and then the last chord is an E in the original progression. So I thought, how can I make that more jazzy? Well, let's make it a flat 9 chord. The reason being that after this E chord it goes back to an A minor again. And now if you take a dominant chord and you add a flat 9, this is really effective to add. A flat 9 is really effective to add on to a dominant 7 chord when it's being used in a perfect cadence, like a 5-1 situation here when it's going. This E7 is acting as a dominant 7 which resolves to an A minor 9, so the flat 9 just works really nicely there. This chord progression study switches between 2 different string picking patterns. The first one starts on the 5th string, the second one starts on the 6th string. This is just to accommodate the different bass notes of the chord. So the one that's applied over A minor and C starts on the 5th string and it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And the same picking pattern is applied to the C major chord. And then the next 2 chords, D add 9 with F sharp in the bass and F sharp major 7. It's basically the same thing, but instead of starting on the 5th string we start on the 6th, so it's 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then we go back to the first one we looked at, and then for the E7 flat 9 we go to the picking pattern with which starts on the 6th string. Thanks for checking out today's jazz guitar lesson. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I recommend taking some different pop chord progressions and adding some extensions to them and seeing what kind of things you can come up with. If you enjoyed this lesson, please click the like button, and if you subscribe to this channel then you'll get free access to all the new jazz and blues guitar lessons that I post. So thanks again for checking out this lesson, and I hope to see you next time.